So, pursuing what I was talking about, I'm very sorry for the last part of the video because the publicity car just arrived. And this doesn't happen very often. It's just sometimes, they just pass and they're just like through a radio, just giving publicity. It kind of sounds like the ice cream truck. We used to have it back in the old days, but like we don't have it anymore here in Portugal. I don't think like I think in the states they still do that. I don't know. If somebody from the United States is watching this, let me know. Um, but yeah, I don't know if in other countries, perhaps in other countries they still do that, but here they don't longer do that anymore. It was more like back in like the 80s in the 90s that happened in Portugal, if I'm not mistaken. Like I still remember when I was little, they still passed by. No, yeah. So around 90s, 2000s, they were still here. Okay, so moving on. Pursuing to the other advice, also, yeah, is that I just want people to really know that you may take longer than others because that's something that I learned, but it doesn't mean that everything is lost, okay? And our biggest enemy is just comparing ourselves to others when, for example, they don't have the same struggles as we have. And even if they do, and you see them in another situation, like for example, you see that they're reaching more far than you, well, you also have to see other things. You have to see other perspectives because sometimes, for example, that person also perhaps had luck because they had networking or because they had like acquaintances or because, they had the network, of course, and also other ways to achieve their goals because they had some type of luck. It doesn't mean that you will not reach in the same situation as they are at the moment, but perhaps you may just have to take a bit longer. It doesn't mean that you are a failure. And even if you don't have any disability, even if you don't have any problems, but you feel like you're in a stuck situation, I also want you to know, do not compare yourself to others. And I want you to know that each time it's different from everyone, okay? And it doesn't mean that you're a failure. Some people will just reach their goals in their 30s, others in their 40s, others in their 50s, but they will reach there.